All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to both mics. I am Mike South. I'm waiting on my partner Mike Taylor, but I got the crazy Florida sounds of the background going on here, where you get the feel like I'm in the friggin' I don't know, sounds like monkeys and rainforest shit. It's kind of spooky, but it's pretty cool. So anyway, welcome to both mics. While I'm waiting for Mike Taylor to get over here, look, I want to let you know about my other gig I have here, Hall of Fame Fantasy Football, or you can find us on winningfantasyfootball.com. Go check out the website. I know people are like, well, football already started. Yeah, it already started, but I don't know, maybe you're in a late league that starts in week 2 for some reason. Or daily. Do daily fantasy stuff. Look me up for that. Yeah, we had a good weekend here, so if you're looking to play daily fantasy sports, DraftKings, FanDuel, all that type of stuff, Yahoo, whoever, Underdog, and who's the other ones, Monkey Knife Fight, and all that stuff. But I try to stick with DraftKings and Facebook, listen to me, FanDuel. So check it out. Go to winningfantasyfootball.com. Hopefully my buddy Mike here will be here in a second. We are going to embark on episode 146. That's right, 146. It's hard to believe 146 of these, but, it's pretty easy when you're the worst fucking podcast out there. So, hey, we can only go up. We can only go up from here. That's the exciting part, so what? Anyway, we try to talk about local shit. We try to talk about everything and nothing all at once, and that's because we know a lot of nothing and a little of everything. Or is it a little of everything and a lot of nothing? It's something like that. So Mike gets here, we'll get kicked off going. Hope you had a good week. Hope you had a good weekend. If you're in the Florida region, we may have a hurricane. We may have somebody coming to visit us here soon. Fiona is out there in the Atlantic ripping through the islands right now. I think it's sputtering though. I don't know. So if we don't have a show next weekend live, that's why. Because I don't think you're going to want to see me hanging on to the light back here. Oh, going sideways and shit with the wind blowing. Yeah, that would be a sight to see. You know what? That gives me an idea. Shit, if we are going to have a hurricane, I am going to do it. How about that? So now everybody's hoping for a hurricane. I hope Mike does the hurricane thing. It's cool. It's coming up. Christmas will be here before you know it, man. This 2022, we've been flying through 2022. And if you get a chance, go to the website, bothmics.com. You can find under the comedy tab, you can find the Angry Santa stuff. So if you want to get yourself into Christmas spirit, that's where Santa Claus, Angry Santa, comes and reads actual letters left to him by little boys and girls. And let me tell you, Angry Santa is a character. He drinks, he smokes, he does all that stuff. So it looks like my buddy Mike Taylor is here. So yeah, go check out Hall of Fame fantasyfootball.com or winningfantasyfootball.com. And check out the website. Check out the merch page on the website too. You can reach us at .com. And look at this, we have a costume change. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, in celebration.
I just saw that he sold out the Hard Rock here in Orlando in like minutes.
Really?
And somebody put up on Facebook that it was sold out, and somebody from Hard Rock said, no, it's not. Call us at this number. So I figure, a high roller like yourself might be interested in that. I don't know. Not me.
I got
comes with a Q&A. Comes with the Q&A after.
Well, you know what the Q&A goes for, right? You basically, one person asks a question, and Kevin Smith talks for an hour and 45 minutes on that one question.
That is true. So you have to get there early.
Yeah, I saw I saw a clip on YouTube. Him and Jason Mewes, which would be Jay and Silent Bob, were on Stephen Colbert for the last movie that came out, which was the reboot of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And Stephen Colbert said, last time you were on the show, I asked one question, and you talked nonstop for the next 12 minutes, for the whole interview. So yeah, he can talk.
That's what he does.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, I'm not mad at him. I mean, it is what it is, and I think it's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you do that?
What's that?
Could you do that? Could I ask you one question and you fill the whole hour?
Depending on the subject, probably. Yeah. I think we would fare well doing a show like that, just off the cuff, talking about nonsense. So,
Well, that's what this is supposed to be, but we have no direction, and only one of us does show prep. So I got it. My hands are kind of tied.
right? Well, hey, look, I'm freaking bleeding. What the heck did I just do?
I don't know. I
I'm
did the same
dying.
thing. Look, I did the same thing not long ago. We're fucking old, dude. That's what happens. All of a sudden, you turn around, you're bleeding, and you don't know how
Yes,
or where it came from.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, the highly anticipated in this part of the Taylor household, Clerks 3 came out this past Tuesday, and I thought I had tickets for Tuesday, but it comes out I didn't have tickets for Tuesday, and so we're going tomorrow evening to see Clerks 3 at the Cinebox player movie theater hotel place box store place.
Yeah, I figure
Um,
if I can scalp a ticket, maybe I'll go when it comes here. I don't know. I think it's coming at the end of September here. It's not
It's
far.
I think October something. I don't know
Oh, is it?
exactly when, but I have a ticket. I have an aisle seat at the Hard Rock Live. Well, hell, dude, I'll get you in for free. You just go in the back door.
I'm good with
If you,
that.
yeah, well, I don't know how if they have security or not anymore. And I'm not. Yeah, they'd be like, "What's this old guy doing walking through the back hallways?" I'll put a Hard Rock Cafe shirt on and say, "Yeah,
So and so. I
I'm a
think it was the guy who
dishwasher."
used to work here by that
Yeah, right.
name.
20 years ago. Yeah. God, but yeah, I have a ticket for that night. I don't even know what. I hope it's a Friday or Saturday. It's gonna suck if it's not. But
So welcome to both months, everybody.
oh yeah, hey, both mics. The show about nothing and everything. Mike
Yes, we
Sofka
are show
over
about
there.
nothing. This
Yes,
is yes, I am Mike Soffin. That is Mike Taylor,
and yes,
and
we are
together
both
we are
mics.
both Mikes. What is this show?
Yes,
Show number what?
146, 146. And if you ever missed any of our other 145 shows, you can go anywhere podcasts can be found. We're on YouTube, and we might have a Twitch channel somewhere. We have all those places where podcasts are found: Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio,
All right.
the
Now,
Alexa app, all that
I,
stuff.
I I do have a fun announcement to make. That
Yes.
since
Okay.
our since the both Mike studios burnt to the ground, I've been out visiting fantasy football stuff, chasing that for a while. Now I'm going to be building a new studio. So with that in mind, we might have some
Yes.
more upgrades coming sooner rather than later. Might be as
Ooh.
soon as next week. I'm not going to say anything. I'm working with a certain company that sounds like they got rainforest in their name. I'll just leave it at that, and we'll see. Something big is going to happen here.
Rainforest. Yeah.
Yeah,
And actually, I
Amazon.
have. Ah. Okay. I
What are you
actually have
showing
my
us?
my Quick Stop shirt.
All
Quick
right.
Stop is the yeah is
You weren't even supposed to be here today.
yeah. Oh God, that's my favorite line. I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
You know what? That's happened to me twice, where I've had an extremely bad day and I wasn't supposed to be there, and that's what I was thinking. I was thinking I should have just stayed home, dude. Why did I do this? Why did I do this? Yeah,
Right.
yeah, crazy.
It happens.
So listen, I know you're a Saturday Night Live fan. We talked about that before, no?
Kinda, yeah. Back in the day, I was never able to stay awake that late. I was an early to sleep kind of guy, and I never made it to 11:30
Yeah.
Eastern
Well, you
time.
weren't at the club ripping it up like me and the cool kids. So anyway,
Yeah.
DailyMail.com. Check this out. Saturday Night Live adds first non-binary cast member.
Non-binary. Wait,
Yeah.
okay.
That's her sexual preference, I guess, non-binary. Comedian Molly Kearney. This is the show's 48th season.
Wow.
I guess Pete Davidson and Kate McKinnon are no longer going to be there. But
Really?
non-binary. She looks like a trucker, dude. And not, hey, whatever, dude. I'm just saying, she looks like a trucker. And
Yeah.
that's what she's going for. That's what it is. To me, that looks like a trucker. Not to say anything bad about truckers. I'm just saying. She looks like a mother trucker.
Yeah, and the denim shirt doesn't help. That's for
She
sure.
uses her pronouns are they and them. Just in case you were curious about her
Okay,
pronouns.
I says
So when
she's
I just said
saying there's
she, I
multiple
was wrong. I have to say they or them.
so yeah, she has multiple personalities. Is that what she's saying?
I guess.
Because they or them, I don't know, unless that's changed too. I've always known it to be more than one person.
She calls herself Meat Brick.
Okay.
That was her post on her Instagram. Meat Brick is going to
Was
New
that on
York.
her resume when she went to Lauren Michael?
I guess.
And yeah, he's like
Non-binary.
meat
What the
brick.
hell is non-binary, dude?
I don't know. Isn't like binary like internet code or something?
Well, I thought it was we're binary because we are 1 and 2, 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0.
Right.
So not nine binary. I'm this is according to the Google box here. Non-binary or genderqueer is an umbrella term for gender identities that are not solely male or female. Identities that are outside the gender binary.
Maybe she's an alien too. You should interview her.
I got to get her on the show, dude. I got I got to do that.
Why
That
do
would
people
be
make
great.
life so difficult? Simple. Make it simple, people. See, God, it's difficult.
Well,
Gotta be.
you know what? She wanted attention and she got it. We're talking to her on both. We're talking about her on both mics, and I would have thought there's no way I would ever do that. But
Yeah.
these
Yeah,
are all
she,
kids, man. They're all young kids, dude. We're old.
Molly Carney. Yeah, uses them or they as a pronoun. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So have you watched Saturday Night Live ever or no? You said you
Yeah,
stayed up
yeah.
late. You couldn't stay up
Like,
late.
well, believe it or not, when you live in like Central Time, everything's an hour earlier. You know, whoever thought the Super Bowl would start at 5 o'clock? You know, but yeah, it does, and it's strange. But we got to see Saturday Night Live more often. I got to see like Jimmy Kimmel, not Jimmy Kimmel, who's the other guy? Jimmy something Fallon. Got to see that more often. And of
He's
course,
turned out to be a real piece of work.
yeah, he's getting weirder by the day. But
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
there's times I've watched Jimmy Fallon and I'm like, that dude is on something right now. Yeah.
It's overpaid, dude. It's not that funny. It really isn't. It's not that funny,
And his ride at Universal, not impressive at all.
right?
Yeah. So go figure. But yeah, she's interesting looking, that's for sure. And she does look like a trucker.
Okay, so on the doable scale, 1 to 10, 1 being absolutely no way, 10 being yes, I'm hitting that. Where
All
is
right.
she on the doable scale?
There's a in the scale somewhere there in the process of life or the flow of life. There's a point where I have always thought like if you didn't have a girl and like your confidence was down, there's a base point you need to get. Like just you need to get yourself a girl and get a baseline going so you can get some of your confidence back. Because I always felt that people are more attractive when they're with somebody, and I think that's because of the confidence you have of having a mate. And there's a baseline you can get. She's the baseline, like you can get her. She's accessible, and then from there you kind of build your way up to something better.
What
You
a
know,
misogynistic thing to say, Mike. I'm very disappointed in you.
misogynistic. We're talking about a guy who's depressed and is down and out and just wants companionship with a
And,
trucker.
and, and hats off to him. I don't think it's going to be this one, though. If she's non-binary, she's not going to be interested, right? If she
Well,
neither identifies as male or female, I
she
don't know
probably
what that
doesn't know
means.
she's interested. It depends. Which way is the binary? Or are we at zeros or are we on ones this particular day?
Oh, so is this like that thing where you tell a beautiful chick she's smart and you tell a smart chick she's beautiful? Is that thing?
I've never
Oh,
heard
yeah,
that.
you don't know that.
No.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Come on. Use your head. Use your head. Everybody tells the hot chick she's hot.
Right.
Nobody walks up to somebody and goes, "Oh, you're so smart. You're different. You're that guy now. You're alluring." Come on, dude. This.
Um, Telling someone they're smart, it can be like a backhanded compliment. It sounds like sarcasm
Well, I did know
because no
that
one
trick
says it.
from the blind date thing. Like, she's got a beautiful face means she's huge. She
Oh yeah.
dances well, which usually means she's got a face that could stop a clock. I mean, just that's like when
Yeah.
your wife's. If you ask your wife now, if you ask her, honey, what's going on? Is everything okay? Fine, everything's fine. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Okay,
You
I'll
know
see you
what that
later.
means.
Yeah, that means okay, see you later.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in trouble later. I might as well go enjoy myself for a minute.
Yeah.
According to Nature.com, scientists are using
Nature.com.
AI to dream up revolutionary new proteins. Huge
Yeah.
advances in artificial intelligence mean researchers can design completely original molecules in seconds instead of months.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead, mess with nature, keep doing it, and you wonder why we got freaking COVIDs and things and three-armed
wow, Mike, you've
alligators.
come. Stop right there. Stop right there. You have made a tremendous leap, my friend. You have just admitted that you know that you know what the C-19 was invented in a lab. That's what you just said. You realize that?
Well, no, not necessarily, but it could have been, and you know, it came from a bat. They were saying, right? Now, was the bat like an experimental bat that had these proteins injected into it?
You're coming around, Mike. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
The first step to your awakening, Mike. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of you, Mike. So these first draft proteins, they get a medium, they get a little thing to put it on it, and they through these computers, like a room full of computers. These are called hallucinated proteins that are made in a lab and found science to be about 1/5 resemble the predicted shape. So they're
Hmm.
still working on this, but they're basically designing proteins. So they're gonna. This is how we meld with AI. This
All
is
right.
how we become one with robots right here, dude. I'm telling you,
This is
it's
th-
scary stuff, dude.
this picture here we're looking at, the main picture, looks
Yeah.
like looks like gourmet top ramen. Doesn't it look like top ramen?
The
Come on.
the the piece that they're using for the framework kind of looks like an IUD. You ever seen one of them?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I usually feel them. I usually don't see them.
Nice, nice. With the tip of your tongue.
Yes. Yes.
Ah, okay, I see where you're looking now. Yeah, very bizarre. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah,
You're
I'm
messing
not
with
a fan.
Mother Nature. Like, movies like The Blob were, made because of things like this.
So that brings me right into my next thing here. They're thinking they
Yeah.
may have found life on Mars.
Oh, they're going to say Uranus.
This is according to SciTechDaily.com. Life on Mars' last intriguing organic findings by NASA's Perseverance rover. They're saying that they're even more sure that there either is or there has been at one time life on Mars through the samples of the shit they're finding. So, Mike, are you a fan? Do you think there's been life on Mars? Do you think there is life on Mars? Do you think there's no friggin' way there's life on Mars or ever has been?
There probably has been, and it all depends on what you're talking about as far as life. Is like an amoeba considered
Organic
life?
matter.
Organic? Yeah, I'm sure there is something that can withstand the cold and the heat, whatever they have there.
Are are you one that thinks that possibly, because I've heard this before, I don't know if I buy this, but possibly that we are from Mars
Right? That we were colonized on Mars, and
and
then
we pissed away that planet, so now we came to Earth and now we're pissing away this one.
yeah, I
That's
don't think
that's
so.
that's the rhetoric.
I don't think so. I thought that as a kid. Oh, it'd be cool if we went to Mars and started life in a different planet. Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah, I think that this is all part of some social experiment thing. I think we're all like on TV on some other planet, and I think we're like a game show or something somewhere. Like
Blue
we,
pill, red pill situation.
yeah, yeah, and like we're probably huge in Japan or China. I mean, physically, of course, but I mean, we just don't know it.
Our
So
show,
in another
the Pokemon.
universe, if well, think about it this way: if there's parallel universes, and like right now, I think that CERN thing has made us go backwards, and we flipped out, and that's why everything's so wacky in this world right now. I think with everything that's going on, I think that atomic splitting thing in wherever the hell it is over there in Europe, that the CERN thing, I think that's got us going into a alternate reality. I really do. I really believe that. But here's the thing. Great. Now you really think I'm crazy. I know you always thought I was crazy, but now you think I'm crazy. Do you think it really is possible that there's some sort of intelligent life form from another planet living here now with us? And maybe we don't know it.
I think without knowing it, I think that'd be a tough one.
What if they're able to blend in, like some sort of shape shifting thing, or some sort of mind meld thing, where they're able to meld with a human, or something we've seen in a sci-fi movie, maybe?
I'm thinking no.
And the reason why I bring up the sci-fi movie is look back at those old Star Treks from like the
Yeah.
1960s. They got like
Okay.
little cellular phones, man, on the watch and stuff, like Dick Tracy had in the 50s. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
now we have this shit.
Right. Well, because we've talked about it before, basically anything you can dream, you can achieve with enough time. We're talking 50 years ago that, oh, we have a telephone and it has a cord and it goes to there, and then it has a cord that goes to the wall, and then there's a wire that goes downtown to a station that can get you to another downtown, which can get you across the sea, and you can talk to somebody in Japan through a wire. That's amazing right there. And is it high energy? No, it's 48 volts. It's nothing magnetically, exponentially queer about it. It's just a simple freaking phone system. Um, I lost the train of thought. Don't you hate that? I had something compelling to say and gone.
So astronomers are trying to get this Webb Space Telescope exoplanet measurements.
Yeah.
Like they keep finding these planets or these other planets or these other worlds that through the James Webb Telescope because it can go further and see further than anything before. Now they're finding that the ratio may be off a little bit. Maybe shit's looking a little too big. Like they got the math wrong somewhere, and this shit's skewed. Because like they're showing you planets, but they're like, "Oh, that planet's 5 times the size of Jupiter," and all this. And like, "Oh yeah, I think we got it wrong." I, unacceptable, man.
Right?
Unacceptable. You can't go. You can't get this far in the mission and tell me, "Oh yeah, oh, there's a problem."
Oh yeah, knock off 15 zeros. Yeah.
They say this may affect up to 5,000 exoplanets that have been discovered here. They're saying it's like this is a quote from space.com. There is scientifically significant difference between a compound like water being present at 5% versus 25%. Just
Yeah.
like you said, like five times difference.
It exponentially different.
How can
For
you get
every
that far that wrong, dude?
yeah.
Okay,
So
Mike, at your job,
yeah.
let's say you had somebody take out a mortgage for 400,000, and closing day came, and you were handing them funds in the term of $4,000. You'd have a problem, right?
We'd have a problem. Yeah.
Okay, it's inexcusable, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
And the way it goes, you're looking at a more finite area that exponentially you're off for every mile this way, you're off this way. You know,
so it's real. What I'm telling you is real. They're saying the models the researchers said, and this is at MIT. These are supposed to be smart people, okay? They said that the instruments won't be sensitive enough to tell whether a planet has an atmospheric temperature of 300 Kelvin, which is 80 degrees, or 600 Kelvin, which is 326 degrees, basically. So instead of saying, yeah, this place is like a cool Florida in the fall, no, this is like an inferno here. And it
Right,
doesn't know the difference.
right,
That's unacceptable. That's, sir, I know you ordered your steak rare, but they made it well. Here it is. Enjoy.
right. Yeah. But, everything when you start it is trial and error. Granted, they have a base point of, I guess the previous telescope is what, the Hubble. So this James Webb is the new one. So
Yeah.
but yeah. Okay, whatever.
All right. This is the part of the show where we talk about get off my lawn.
Get off
Get
my
off my
lawn.
lawn is a guy that looks like me or Mike, probably about our age here. We're fucking old, and basically we're like the Clint Eastwood guy in what was that movie?
Gran Torino.
Yes, yes. Get off my lawn. We're okay. We're
Without the
not the
gun.
guy that's the creepy jelly bean giving out guy in the neighborhood. We're the get the fuck off my lawn guy. Okay, get the fuck off my
Exactly.
lawn.
Get off my lawn. Exactly.
Yeah. State seizes gun from Palm Beach man who threatened to shoot people on the beach in front of his house.
Well, good.
Yeah. Yes, this is in Florida, of course. Okay. It's according to WPBF. That's in the Palm Beach area. State seizes gun from Palm Beach man who threatened to shoot people on the beach in front of his house. Apparently, this guy's 80 years old. Okay. Now, we're not 80, but we're getting there, right? 80-year-old
Right.
Palm Beach man had his gun seized by the government after police said he called them threatening to shoot any beachgoers walking in front of his oceanfront mansion.
Yeah. I've said it 1,000 times. Some people need to be chased with a stick. And
Robert
you
Meister.
wouldn't have to chase him because he's old and can't run, so you wouldn't get
This
far if
guy's
you
got
chase him.
bank, dude. This guy's got bank. Robert Meister is a former insurance executive who lives in an estimated $48 million house across the street from the
What?
ocean on Seminole Avenue.
Wow.
He says, I was mad and angry and should have never said a word. Since January last year, Palm Beach police said he called them 555 times to report people supposedly trespassing on his beach. The last call came in August when he said he threatened to kill the beachgoers.
So that's it. They took his gun and that's all.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Let's see. I'm
Yeah.
scanning through the rest of this here. I'm sure there's
550
more to come from
complaints.
there.
So
Maybe
how much?
because he make a direct threat at any one person, maybe they felt
Right.
that minimized the threat.
550 complaints he's filed. How much time has he taken up of the police and the government time, where they could be out actually doing productive work and helping people, and they have to deal with this clown.
They took him in for a mental evaluation, seized his
Good.
handgun and ammunition based on a risk protection order.
Yeah, probably something to do with the Baker Act, I'm sure.
Meister accosted a man on an electric bike on the road, told him he was on private property, slapped him in the face, and threatened to kill him with his gun. Those are all your last ones.
Wow.
This guy's a get off my beach guy. I like it. Get off my beach. I paid $48 million for this beach and you're on it. Get off it.
$48 million. Is that necessary? Oh, God.
How do you have a $48 million house and you get busted doing something like this?
Right? You've done so
Was
much
it all-
right.
The man in question lives here on Seminole Avenue, just across the street from the ocean. And
Can you
I
hear
just
that?
spoke to him.
Yeah.
He's gone to California. He tells me to get away from all this stress. And he says the threats police say he made were just words he said in anger, and he didn't really mean them. But Palm Beach police say since January of last year, he has
All right, we
called
probably
them
get in trouble
500
complaining too much of that.
Yeah. Unreal. Yeah, WPBF. So Palm Beach, Florida. WPBF.
Who the hell lives in a
Stupid ass.
$50 million house, dude?
Right? God.
Nobody watching this shit's in a $50 million house. I'll tell you that right now.
No. Yeah. We can't afford to drive by a $50 million house.
Guess what? Great news.
Yeah.
Monkeypox cases are down.
They were down
And
last time we talked
knows
about.
why. No one knows why, Mike.
Well, maybe, like your traditional, influenza is a winter type thing. It starts up like in November or January, somewhere in that area, and it kind of goes away in the summertime.
The monkeys are hot weather.
Yeah, so they don't tolerate the heat. The monkeys, whatever. It's out there, and it's not as prevalent as
Still waiting
everybody-
on murder hornets.
Yes, yes.
I'm still on murder hornets, dude. Where are those?
That's gone, dude. Monkeypox. All the cool kids are doing it. Yeah. Yeah. It's just
We
the
talked about
media.
this a couple. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. Polio is making a comeback.
Yeah, that sucks.
Who's championing this? Who's you like the word champion? Who's behind this? I mean, I know they said they found evidence of polio in the sewers in New York. I said, just don't drink out of the sewer. You'll be fine.
Right? Yeah.
Who's getting polio, dude? How is this happening?
Right. And who's flushing it down the toilet?
Yes. Here's my thing. You got the polio vaccination, right? You did the little chip on your arm?
No.
Stop.
Seriously. Dude, my mom was a nurse, and when that came around, like I think my sister has it, I think Brenda has it. That's 64 and 65. And when it came around in 66, I guess my mom decided for me not to get it.
Oh, I don't know. Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't have. Yeah, that's a little weird scar you get on your shoulder, right?
Yeah,
Nope.
like I know my kids don't have it,
Right.
but it stopped being available. I mean, we eradicated it. We're not a third world country yet. We're on our way. But
Well, that's probably where it came from. You know, one of our people that went overseas and got into something they shouldn't have, and then they came back and got in the sewers with the Ninja Turtles.
so obviously polio can beat up monkeypox.
Is this like a rock paper scissors type thing?
Yes. Can corona or the COVID, can that beat up polio though? That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know.
Crippling a dude is pretty harsh versus giving him a bad cold, dude. I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's see. Polio deaths.
That's my question. If polio got in a fist fight with COVID, who would win? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I would think polio. Yeah, I think it goes coronavirus, polio, and then black plague above polio.
And monkeypox is way down on the bottom.
Yeah, monkeypox is like on the sidelines cheering on, eating popcorn.
What about murder hornets? Do they make the list? Still waiting on murder hornets.
That's an honorable mention.
All right.
Polio,
well,
human
drink out of the
disease.
sewer in New York. You won't get polio. How about that?
Okay.
All right, Mike. I got
something I didn't know about polio.
What?
Approximately 70% of cases are asymptomatic, mild symptoms, and can occur, including sore throat and fever. Okay, I thought people
I thought polio was the you can't walk thing.
Yeah, but I guess there's different.
Maybe I have it. Maybe I have polio and don't know it.
It's diabetes you have, bro. That's why your leg is falling off.
Whatever, doctor. Whatever. Hey, pass me another cupcake, will you? So listen, this story here. Google randomly sent this guy $250,000.
Cool. Is that like
Out of the
Mr. Beast?
They
like
said
Mr.
this is what happens here. This is according to MarketWatch.com. A self-described hacker was randomly paid $250,000 by Google, and now it won't let me read the story because I've already read it once today, and it wants $4 a month. Thank you, MarketWatch. Look, here's the deal. He sent texts to them, he's called them, and he put it out on Twitter. It's been 3 weeks now. Do you want your $250,000 back? And nobody's replying to him. I say, fuck that. It's yours now, man. What do you think?
Yeah, no, finders keepers.
Yeah, he made an attempt on social media. He's put out the news story that they gave him $250,000. If they gave me $250,000, I wouldn't even went on social media. I would have been like, fuck them.
Right.
They're done.
Transfer.
Yeah.
Maybe a good Samaritan like Venmo'd him the money or sent it to him and he doesn't know it. Because it's a
I can't get
Google
it
LLC payment. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff blacked out in his deal here, so it's hard to say.
But did they send him a check or it came electronically?
It looks like it came electronically. If you look at his at Sam Curry, which is Sam WCYO on Twitter, he has a screenshot of it. $250,000.
Here's what gets my wheels turning here, okay? Now I'm thinking of like a bad guy here, okay? why not just send a bunch of these companies a bunch of invoices?
Yeah,
Like
I
send
thought about
Google a
that.
$200,000 invoice, send it
Yeah.
to Microsoft, send it to everybody, and see if one of them pays it. They're big enough; it might go right through.
It, I've thought about it too when I worked at a supermarket. I go, what's preventing me from sending Publix an invoice? Here's an invoice for a bakery machine repair that I did, on Tuesday.
Yeah,
$250.
yeah, you're right. And if you're not greedy with it, you'll probably get it.
Yeah. Yep.
So if
Yeah.
you do that to enough with enough companies, man, that's a grift, huh? Make some
Yeah.
money
Well,
doing that.
you can, but
Yeah, it's gonna catch up with you.
exactly. Eventually. Yeah. Because the average person wouldn't be satisfied with, a couple cents on a dollar.
I just want one $250,000 payday. That's all I want. I'm not greedy.
Right. But would that $250 payday change you mentally thinking, well, if I could do it here, I could do it there.
No, because I would invest it in myself.
Right. But is the average person like that? You or me are
No.
disciplined where, you know when to keep your mouth shut and hold your cards close. I think the average person isn't like that. I think the average person would do something stupid.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I could. I don't think I could let go of the money, especially after 3 weeks. Especially after I try to give it back to you, and you have no interest in it. That's mine. It's legally mine at this point,
Right.
as far as I'm
But
concerned.
now, well, I don't know about legally, but
Well, you gave it to me. I didn't put a gun in your head and say, "Give me the money."
right. But I don't know. I just think in a situation like that, now that it's open and it's out in the air, there might be ramifications from it. You get the money, you don't say a damn thing, right? Here's the thing. At the supermarket I worked for, there was a part-timer who got paid 40 hours overtime in his paycheck. And the first thing he did was went to the manager and told him about it. Take that money, you put it in a savings account on
Yes.
the side.
Yes.
Collect a little interest. Granted, it's
Yeah.
pennies, but
And then,
you
then
collect
when
a
they
little
come to
interest.
you 8 weeks later and go, "Hey, oh, did you? What?
Yeah.
No.
Let
Go
me check
check."
my account. I haven't looked at my account in forever.
I'm so independently wealthy working
Oh,
here.
hey, look at that. Don't mind the new Tesla in the parking lot. Yeah.
40
Yeah.
hours overtime is a lot of money. That's time
Yeah.
and a
Well,
half.
this is a part-timer. He was a kid in high school. So yeah. So yeah, he
Crazy.
gave it back. He got like 8 hours straight time and 40 hours overtime, and it was supposed to be the other way around.
See, I would have seen Mike. You weren't thinking at the time because he was in high school. Probably didn't know any better. That's why he went to the boss. So he said, "No, no, 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 no. I'm your superior. I'm going to handle that for you personally. They like it when you pay them back in cash. Let's go to the bank."
Yeah. Not my part-timer, another department.
It's like a free ATM machine for you there, buddy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. ATM. So I said automated teller machine, ATM machine.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. It's like a
So
hot water heater.
Gizmodo.com. We just talked about a
Gizmodo.
hacker that apparently was accidentally given money by Google.
Yeah.
Uber is investigating a massive security breach by alleged teen hacker. The hacker claimed to gain access to Uber's AWS, Google Cloud, and financial data. Do you use any of those? Do you use AWS maybe in your business, or do you use the Google Cloud or anything like that? Or
No, I try to avoid anything like that. I don't even like storing my credit card information on my phone. You know, I granted I have, but I won't store it on like other places. Like we make, car payments and different payments, and they say, oh, save this information. You could save your card number encrypted on their system. No, no.
so here's a guy. He's 18 years old, and like a kid, like you just talked about, he's a hacker. Posted screenshots of the alleged exploits on Telegram on Thursday and even announced the hack in Uber's internal Slack channels that evening, leading some employees to think it was a joke, according to the Washington Post. The hacker allegedly compromised Uber's systems by posing as someone from the company's IT team and getting an employee's password through text message, according to the Times. that described the hack as a total compromise of Uber. Screenshots of the alleged hack posted onto Telegram show access to HackerOne, Amazon Web Services, vSphere, Google Workplace, and Uber financial data.
Someone got fired.
The hacker announced himself on Thursday by posting a photo of an erect penis on internal websites with the message, "Fuck you, damn wanker. Fuck you, dumb wankers."
Nice. Nice.
And that's according to Fortune magazine. That was their quote.
Yeah. Quote inside of a quote. Unreal.
They say it's
yeah.
not clear how long he had access to the data.
No, just ask the person that gave him the password.
Exactly.
Or is he no longer available for comment? Unreal.
Buddy, it's just incredible, dude.
Yeah. Never used Uber. I was always a Lyft kind of guy.
So, does that make you definitely not want to use a company like that now when you hear something like that?
You know what? There's probably more security now with Uber than there was previously because of it.
They probably got Uber security now.
Uber security, yes.
Disney CEO Bob Chapek says he says he'd like to own all of Hulu tomorrow, but says chances of an early deal are slim. We just talked about them in 145 here about what a shit show Disney's become. And this is what I talked about before as well. He wants to buy Hulu, all of it right now.
Yeah, well, strike while the iron's hot. Hulu's a big thing. And actually, they have some kind of agreement right now. You get like Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus in like one package. And strangely enough, that's what we have. So, and the live TV. Got to have the live TV. God forbid Mrs. doesn't see the news in the morning. Things might, explode.
So you cut the cord, you don't have cable anymore?
Correct, yeah. Last month sometime. It's a learning curve. It kind of sucks that you have to relearn how to watch TV.
Yeah, you just have to retrain yourself. Like, you can't watch something like that you always like to watch. Remember Thursday at 8 o'clock was a big thing, like Seinfeld and all that shit. I mean, there were certain nights of the week that you watched TV because shit was on.
Yeah, well, now you watch it whenever you want. That part's amazing. When we got the AT&T streaming TV when we moved here to St. Augustine, I was pissed because I had to relearn how to watch TV. And now this is even a step farther than that. You turn it on and you got to pick. We turn it on through the Fire Stick because our TV's a little older. We take care of our shit.
You get a Fire Stick or just a Fire Stick?
A regular Fire Stick, not a Fire Stick. Even though I could have gotten a Fire Stick.
I'm just asking because I'm familiar with both, and I like the Fire Stick, not the Fire Stick.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, all three TVs freaking needed it, so that was $39, $29. We got it some sort of sale somewhere along the line. I think during Prime Days.
Like it better or no?
It's a pain in the ass to me, but I don't watch a lot of TV, and I try not to. But like, she likes watching a lot of different programming, so it's good for her. And she gets her morning news. That's fine. And then, well, here's the one thing though. Just think about it. With the boys, we got the Disney Plus, and we got all that stuff, and they have the Spider-Man and all the things they possibly could want with Disney. But Xander is 4 years old, and he's at the point where he's starting to learn how to use the remote. And he'll go through, and he'll see something, and he'll be like, "I want to watch that." Enter. Enter. Bing, 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 bing. $5.99 onto the credit card.
Yeah. Well, you have Amazon, right?
Yeah.
You can watch Amazon Prime for free now.
Right.
Amazon Music on your TV now.
Yeah. But, like, perfect example, Transformers, loves them. The boys love Transformers. We have the DVD, Transformers Dark Side of the Moon.
Well, see, I think that's great, Mike. I think that's great. You're teaching your kids. And that's what's positive in the world today. They want us to teach kids about being trans. I mean, drag queens are doing the shows. They read the books and everything. So I think it's great you're teaching your kids about trans. I think it's wonderful.
Nice. And Bumblebee and whatnot. But yeah, we have the DVD, Transformers Dark Side of the Moon.
Right.
We look on our bill, and we have a charge for whatever amount, a couple bucks, $10, for renting Transformers Dark Side of the Moon. So he saw it, and he's like, "Oh, that's my movie." And he clicked on it.
The button.
And he says, "Pay this amount." He clicked on it, Yeah, so we have all kinds of weird charges on our bill now for Amazon and whatnot. And like
Nice.
same thing with the Alexa. Alexa always trying to push that music thing, free trial for 90 days, blah 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 blah. Would you like to try your free trial? And all you have to say is yes, and then boom, charges on your credit card. So
Yeah.
we're trying to teach the boys whenever they ask a question, say no. And of course, there's no way of telling Alexa not to tell you or not to sell you anything. Be like, Alexa, stop selling me stuff. And she'll be like, huh? What? What do you mean?
So I don't know if you read that article or not, a CNBC thing, but there's a price tag on here. I'm hoping you're not looking. I wanted you to tell me how much Hulu's being sold to Disney for.
Oh, so it's going to happen, right? Is that what they're trying to say?
I guess
Um,
so.
let's see. If Twitter was 43 billion, right? Was Twitter 43 billion? Is that what that was?
I guess.
Yeah. Well, the whole Elon Musk thing, 43
Yeah.
billion. All right. So for Twitter, and there's no bots on Hulu. I'm going to say 128 billion.
128 million or billion?
Billion.
No, it's too much. 27.5 billion. That's
27.
still a lot of money, dude. That's still
My
a shit
first
ton.
guess, my first guess was 26 billion, and I kind of talked myself out of it. Yeah, that's a lot of cash, man.
Like I
Yeah,
said before, I'll never see that much cash. I mean, I hope I do. I really want to see that much cash. Trust me.
yeah.
How
I have no use
how
for
much?
that much.
Okay, $100 bills. How much would that like? Would that fill what? One U-Haul truck? Would that fill a swimming pool? Does that fill a stadium? What do you think that
Well,
looks like? 1 billion.
okay, $100 bill, right? So a stack of $100 bills is $10,000, and say that's an inch, even though I think it's short of an inch, but say an inch. So a $100,000 is an inch. So a million is 10 inches. So 100 million is 1,000 inches. Where was I at? 100 million?
100 million, 1,000 inches. You were
All
selling
right.
me here.
All right. So then times that by 10
What you're telling me is I need to start getting paid by the inch.
by the inch. Yes.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
poor.
And making it rain. Unreal.
Christ,
Unreal.
dude. So what's going on? What are you guys doing this week? Are you doing anything? You're going anywhere? What are you doing?
Well, this weekend, no. We have Clerks 3 tomorrow night. We got to clean the house because we haven't been home for the past 2 weekends, so the house is a
Well, it should be
disaster.
clean if you haven't been home.
Well, it's in between. Yeah, it's the 5 days in between that
I
running
get it.
around stepping on Matchbox cars and Legos and who knows what else. But yeah, last week we went to Cocoa Beach for the weekend. That was kind of cool. A
So,
uh, a podcast in Orlando had a get together of their people. So we hung out on the beach, dragged the gigantic 80-pound freaking pop up we have, along with our 60-quart cooler and a wagon and two children, and that was interesting in 100-degree temperatures. Stayed at a mom and pop hotel, which was kind of
how
cool,
was
but
it?
it was decent. I forget the name of it. But it was right by Coconuts on the beach. This little mom and pop hotel, cheapest place. Place was clean. Place was
You
cool.
just drove up, you saw it, and you drove up on it, or you did that
Yeah,
ahead
no,
of?
dude, everything is reservations. I leave nothing to chance.
Yeah, yeah,
Made the
yeah, yeah.
reservation through Priceline.com.
So now next weekend, we normally do this on the weekend night here. So next weekend, there might be a hurricane here, dude. Fiona. Fiona. What if Fiona comes up this way? At first, I was like, well, we won't do a show. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to do a show. If there's going to be a hurricane, I'm going to be live in it.
You'd be the guy walking backwards along the St. John's River in Sanford,
Why not?
while the weatherman holds his hat.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in. People shopping normally behind me, like there's nothing happening,
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I got to do that. What do you think? You want to do a show on a hurricane?
We'll do, yeah, the hurricane show. Sure. Why not?
Huh? Maybe we'll do something like you got to do a shot every time we say like the eye of the storm or how fast it's going or the category or
Right, yeah, we'll get that. We'll put a chart behind us, big graph.
a
Right
wheel.
here, you can see the spaghetti graph. I'll do it from Bucky's parking lot. And are you in the UCF area?
I'm in Central Florida, not
Okay,
UCF.
yeah. So yeah, you can go to Baldwin Park or go to the airport. You can report from the airport.
Jesus.
So yeah, it was a good time. You know, got sunburned.
On
Definitely
your
got
head.
sunburned. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, it kind of blended in now, but
You got to start protecting that thing, dude. You got to take that sunblock and put it up in there.
I had a bandana on, and we were underneath the cover, and I came out once in a while, and I kind of just plus I started drinking, at 9 o'clock in the morning, and
Hey, you
had a,
can't drink all day if you don't start first thing in the morning.
exactly. So I had a shirt on and everything, so I had a short sleeve shirt, and I just didn't put any sunscreen on. I was worried about the boys; they had sunscreen, and I'd pop out once and walk around, talk to people, come back in, hang out, take the boys down to the water, and didn't think that I had enough time in the direct sun. Well, that doesn't matter, So got a little burnt. I had a line right across here where my bandana, my
I
head
was
was
going there
white
next, dude.
and it was red. Yeah. And of course it was peeling because the week before we were at the Universal in the water park, and I lost my hat because of a certain roller coaster that is going to kill somebody. So yeah, it was a strange situation.
So
But
when's the next cruise?
Hawaii,
When's that?
November 30th.
This November?
Yeah, yeah. I planned it in 2018. Nikki wasn't even born yet when I planned this cruise, so I had to add him and put a birthday down for him. And I paid for it like $120 a month for like 3.5 years.
Wow.
And yeah, I
Now
rebooked
you're
it
island
once.
hopping or you're just going to one island?
It's island hopping. We're flying into, well, yeah. God, we can talk an hour just on this. Uh, Flying into Oahu on Hawaiian Airlines, and 3 days we're staying at a
Hey,
Shades.
nothing, not for nothing, but I hear when you get off that plane there, you get laid right away.
Yeah. Um, 3 days we're staying at a place called Halikoa, which is Hawaii's version of Shades of Green. Are you familiar with Shades of Green?
Yes. Military
Military
type place.
hotel? Yeah.
Yes.
So we're staying 3 days there. Then we're doing a 7-day cruise, and that's going to Maui, the Big Island, Kauai. It's like 5 stops, 2 overnight stops, and 7 days on the cruise ship. Norwegian Pride of America, the only cruise ship in existence that is flagged as an American ship. That's
Now,
kind of cool.
they're going to want you to see all the touristy crap, but of course, you want to see the real stuff. You want to see the dog, the bounty hunter type meth head shit. That's
Yeah.
what you want to see, dude. I want to see the pineapple farmers. I don't want to see the pineapple farm. I want to see the farmers. I want to see who's doing that work. Yeah, that's what I
Right.
want to see. Dole, don't they own like half the state out there or something with pineapples and shit?
Something. Yeah. Well, that's one of the things we're gonna do. We're gonna go by Dole Plantation. But yeah, and then after we got another 3 days,
Is
and we're
that is
staying
that
at
really what they call it? Plantation?
yeah, yeah,
Wow, I
Dole
thought that was
Plantation.
racist. Now I didn't know. I had to ask.
Uh, yeah. Well, is there a hotel at Disney that's modeled after a plantation?
Well, yeah, they're racist. Everybody knows that. They're just hiding it with the
Dixie
woke plan.
Landings. It used to be called Dixie
See what I
Landings,
mean?
and they
Yes.
got they
Okay.
got rid of Dixie Landings, and it's now part of the other one.
Jungle Book Island.
Dixie Landing and Port Orleans were right next to each other. So
Yeah.
now it's all called Port Orleans because I guess Dixie was reminiscent of plantations, and the buildings were architecturally made to look like plantation houses. So yeah, and each room came with its own slave. It's kind of cool.
Well, I discovered I've been doing the Ancestry thing, and I discovered I apparently had relatives on both sides of the Civil War, and I have
Wow.
relatives that are definitely fought in the Revolutionary War. It's just a matter of determining which side they were on because they were definitely from England. So
Cool.
crazy shit. I have people in my family I've traced back to the War of 1812. I've
Wow.
gone back to the 1400s. I'm still kind of hitting and missing here and there, trying to make it all work, but it's
My
crazy, dude.
daughter, my daughter texted me yesterday my mother's or my parents' wedding announcement. And I'm like, where did you find that? She's like, oh, I've been kind of poking around at Ancestry.com. So she found
Yeah,
my parents' wedding announcement, and then she found in the same newspaper in Bergen County, New Jersey, Ted is my uncle, Nick Piantanita's obituary.
yeah.
And
I've
Nick
seen.
Piantanita, for people who don't know, is my mom's cousin who was a daredevil parachutist who attempted to parachute from 23 miles up in space.
Crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And your sister's neighbor is somebody he approached to help him.
Oh, I
Uh,
didn't know that.
yeah, Kittinger, Joe Kittinger is your sister's neighbor, and Nick Piantanita approached him because he was part of the Air Force and wanted him to be part of his team to do
You're
his
crazy.
attempts.
You're crazy like me. Let's do this.
Right? Yeah. So yeah, and unfortunately, Joe declined. So that might have been the deciding factor of whether or not he would have lived or not.
Wow,
Yeah.
crazy.
So so be it.
All
So I
right,
want to
Mike,
go. So
you're
I
gonna
want to
go
go
to
visit your.
Ancestry?
I want to go visit your sister's house and see
Oh,
and
okay.
meet her
Yeah, yeah,
neighbor.
yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and wrap this shit up here.
Yep.
This has been what, 146?
Correct.
Crazy, dude. Crazy. So hopefully next week we'll have some improvements. Hopefully next week we will have a hurricane show too. Yeah, maybe see some fish swimming around in
From
the
the parking
backyard.
lot of Bucky's.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So anybody to shout out to, Mike?
Nope.
Right.
Shout
That's
out to
fine.
the weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my shout out to my of course Gino Losi, Ginolosi. Catch him for the big fish. He'll catch you the big. You'll catch the big fish with him. How about that? Check out my friend Knife and Stan at Jet Set Printing for all your printing needs in Central Florida. And check out the Melon Patch Theater in Leesburg. Dustin Levine does a great job there. Donate some money, buy some tickets, go see a production there. They do a fine job there.
Cool.
146 in the books. Find
Yup.
us where you find stuff. If we're not where you find stuff, let us know and you'll find us there. How about that? You've been
Yep.
watching the worst fucking podcast out there. Show about nothing and everything, both mics. We'll see you next time.
Yup. Ciao.
See ya.